Hi everyone. So today we have the energy of Five of Pentacles. All right. Now this energy is not great, right? A lot of money fear here. And then we have I Ching Hexagram 39, which is again all about obstruction, right? And then we are 36 hours away from the eclipse, right? So what is the energy here, right? The energy is that um, look at September 2024. Something happened there, right? And that money fear is that something that you're carrying to date, right? And especially till this eclipse. So it's going to just erupt. Now, something really interesting happened. We've been talking about things that have we've been harboring for a while, right? Like we know that it's ending and we are not letting it go, right? And if you look at the last few days, that's the energy that we all sensed, right? That there's something that we need to let go of and we're not. Now, this is a very interesting thing that happened. It was eerie that, I mean, it's a small thing, but this is what kind of tells you that the energy works at various levels. It could be a big relationship, it could be a big uh, uh, um, business deal, and it could be a simple thing like what I'm going to tell you about. So there was this bracelet that I used to wear, and I saw that it was kind of breaking, or like it was loosening, and the strings were coming out, but I didn't really pay heed, and I was like, yeah, we'll look at it. I'll get another one. I'll see, maybe it'll stay. I was just ignoring it, and then yesterday it just broke, and all of it like kind of just came out, and I literally had to take a decision, right? And to get a new one or whatever it is, right? So this is what will happen, the things that you've kind of just uh that they are going to disintegrate, and if you're not going to fix it, it's going to break, it's going to completely um you know be destroyed if it has to, around this time, right? And you have to be ready to take the next step. What's the action that you're going to take, right? Because that's the energy right now. And then since it's Five of Pentacles, a lot of money fear around all of us right now, right, collectively. And then, of course, the I Ching hexagram is also saying that what are you looking at on the outside, right? It's this. There is a classical image when you look at this I Ching. It's about a person facing a mountain with a dangerous river in front of him, right? So this means there is real difficulty, right? It's not really imagined. But the hexagram's teaching isn't like you should push through it. It's actually don't go alone. Don't force it alone, right? Seek help. Use the difficulty actually to look inward, examine yourself first, right? So when this I Ching is saying that obstruction is often there specifically to make you stop and look, not to be uh muscle past, right? And this fear of lack that's coming from this card, Five of Pentacles, is also asking you to look inward and get help, rather than push through solo. Because if there is a financial issue that you're going through, money fear is there, right? Specifically, maybe something you've inherited, right? An old kind. It's not real actual numbers because, like I said, it's 2 years old. If you look at it, September 2024, what happened then, right? And that's now coming to fruition, right? Something around that money fear. So seek help, right? And don't move forward solo. You don't have to push through all of it alone, right? Now, a lot of you have been asking me before I go to the four questions that why are we doing this, So like I said, you all, for people who are just joining this challenge, we first thing that you need to do is put in a goal, all right, for the year end that you were thinking you want to manifest in 2026, right? And then we are going through everyday cleansing because what's outside is what's inside, and what's inside is what's outside. So if we cleanse whatever our blocks are within us, then we'll be able to manifest that in the outside, right? That's the whole point of this challenge, all right? And I'm using different modalities because I really find them all useful with the energy, that we have, and then we can also work on the blocks that they tell us that we are going through right now. Now, having said this, a lot of you, if you feel like this is all moving towards this one program of mine called Blossomia, where it's a 3 month program, it's $5,000 or 5 lakh rupees, right? And it's about a set, we meet every week, and it's basically working with all of these modalities, going deep into what exactly is your something that you came up with. What are your planets saying? What is your particular soul blueprint, right? And how can we tweak that? How can we bring in solutions, right, from different angles to make it the best one that you want, right? To make it something where you fulfill everything that you want, right? Because yes, there is a map, but then it kind of tells you one thing, right? How do we change it? How do we optimize it to make it such that whatever you want, you get, to bring in that luck, to bring in that blessing, to bring in that grace, right? That's what Blossomia is all about. And there are so many things. I'm going to make a separate video on what, how deep we can go in it, and what transformations you can expect and all of that. So this is just a glimpse of how we can actually decipher our energies and work on that specific energy. See, you can work on a lot of things, right? But if it's not aligned with your particular, say, blueprint, your soul plan, right? Then a lot of things don't even bring results, because you're not aligned with it, your energy is not aligned with it. But if you are aligned with it and you do specific things, you don't even have to do 10 things, you do one thing and you move, say, 20 years ahead, right, in terms of your success. So that's what I'm talking about. And then, so yeah, so this is just a glimpse of that. And if you are, and you'll see that a lot of people who joined, right, this challenge, there were so many people in the beginning, right? It's just been 3 4 days and people have already dropped. So always remember that whatever energy is there, right? You don't really benefit from just seeing, like, just looking at this video, you will not benefit. You will not get what you want. It's the application of it, right? And the application will require you to do some work, right? And many people just run away from that, right? So so stay with me, stay till the end, do the work and see the difference, right? So what are the 4 journal prompts for today? Work on this, look at the questions. These are deep questions, because these are about money blocks, right? So number one, what did money mean in the house I grew up in? This could take you an hour to write, right? And it's fine. What is journaling? Journaling is you have a question, you sit in a space, it's kind of a meditative writing for you, right? You do not get disturbed by people, anyone. You take your space, you sit down, and then you write whatever you feel like writing, like whatever is coming through. It's like a divination you're doing, right? Once you feel like it's done, even if it's not directly answering the question, it's fine. It's like a something that comes out of you and you've written it and it's done. Okay. Then you move to the next question. What do I actually do when payment comes in late? I feel like, you can say, I feel jittery, I feel scared, I feel like this is the end, whatever it is, write that down. Number three, where do I undercharge and tell myself it's kindness? And again, you don't even have to be doing a business. It could be that you have a job, and it could be that, sometimes some, mm, I don't know, you've bought somebody something, or somebody took something from you, like maybe a lunch or something, and then you don't ask them for the money back or something like that, or somebody just keeps using some things from you and you just don't ask them for the money back. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be charging a customer as such, right? Number four, what numbers would genuinely feel safe to me, right? So you do earn 30,000, say, a month. You earn 50,000 a month, right? Whatever. But you are looking for, say, 100,000. You're looking for 500,000. But does that number feel safe for you? You say that you want this, but does that number feel safe to you? Or your safety number actually is around 40,000, and you can't feel safe more than that. And of course, these are questions that sometimes you don't even Probably a lot of you will think, what do you mean by safe? When I say safe, I mean nervous system safety. And all of this work is actually that deep work that we do in our container blossomia, where we'll do the nervous system work. And if you want 500,000 from 40,000, and you feel safe here and you want this, then this work from going to here is what we'll do in blossomia. It'll be very specific to you, to your nervous system, to your soul blueprint, to your soul plan, right? And then once you've journal on these questions, then you tap on your collarbone. Even though I brace for lack, there is evidence I have always been provided for, right? So this is how you do the work, you get aligned, you clear. And this is something that we're doing for the collective. Anybody who is attracted to these videos, who want to bring a change and are looking for that deep inner work, can join, right? And if you are here, this means this is aligned for you, right? And of course, if you're here, you also are looking somewhere to do that deep work, right? And so do this, finish the challenge. And in the middle, if you feel like you're getting called to do deeper work, you want to actually do things that are aligned to you. This question is for the collective, but maybe your question is absolutely different, right? And if you're getting called to that, then do get in touch with me, and we can discuss how we can get on a 3-month journey for blossoming. So signing off, Anisha Dutt from Zarya Healings.